I don't really care about articles. I really don't. I don't care about stories. I don't care about podcasts and all that type of it don't bother me. I'm 41 years old and I watch golf every day. I don't care about an article. I don't care how somebody feel about me. If you know me personally and then you know what I'm about. These guys know what I'm about, and that's all that matters. I can care less how somebody feel about me. It's not like me and Jeanie be on the phone talking. You guys ain't never heard. I thought it was good, but you know, somebody can see it another way. So it's always two sides of the coin. So, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, how I represented this franchise and what I wanted to do to represent this franchise. So when I got here till now, it's been with the utmost respect and honor and dignity. And
the internet just got its hands on something it was never supposed to see. Private footage. A closed-door meeting between LeBron James and Lakers owner Jeanie Buss. And the conversation captured on that tape reveals a relationship so deep, so personal, that it changes everything we thought we knew about why LeBron stayed in Los Angeles. This isn't about basketball, this isn't about money. This is about something far more human. And when you hear what Jeanie said to keep him, you won't believe it.
You know, once LeBron James decided to join the Lakers, you know, the way he's playing, he doesn't seem like he's 36 years old. But when you have a player like LeBron James on your team, you got to go for it. You got to use that opportunity to win. So, you know, we'll manage the cap just like every other team in the league has to do. We play by the same rules.
Got to ask you, how much time left do you think LeBron James has? I mean, he looks like it's...
So if you get up at 10 in the morning, train at 11, right? 12, say 12, train at 12, train for 2 hours, 12 to 2. You have to let your body recover. So you eat, recover, whatever. You get back out, you train, start training again at 6. Train from...
It started as a whisper on social media, a cryptic post from an anonymous account claiming to have access to private Lakers footage. Within hours, the clip was everywhere, shared, downloaded, dissected by millions of fans who couldn't believe what they were seeing. The footage, reportedly from a private meeting in Jeanie Buss's office at the Lakers' El Segundo facility, shows LeBron James and the Lakers owner sitting across from each other at a small conference table. The date stamp is unclear, but sources confirm it was filmed during the tumultuous 2025 offseason when speculation about LeBron's future was at its peak. What makes the footage so explosive isn't what it shows, it's what it reveals about the bond between these two powerful figures. "I'm not asking you as an owner," Jeanie is heard saying, her voice trembling with emotion. "I'm asking you as a friend, as someone who watched you restore my father's legacy when everyone counted us out. This franchise needs you, but more than that, I need you." LeBron, visibly moved, reaches across the table and places his hand on hers. "You don't have to ask," he replies quietly. "I know what this place means to you. I know what your dad meant to you. I'm not leaving." The room falls silent. The footage cuts off. For years, the narrative around LeBron's decision to stay in Los Angeles has been about basketball, about championships, about market size, about business opportunities. But this leaked footage reveals something else entirely, a personal bond so strong that it transcended the normal player-owner relationship. The footage raises as many questions as it answers. How did this tape leak? Who recorded it? And what does it mean for the Lakers' future? Subscribe to find out.
Buss siblings.
One of the things that stuck with me, to answer your question, dates back to 2019. This is when the Lakers acquired Anthony Davis in a trade. And on that day, I was told Jeanie Buss and Jesse Buss, her younger sibling, spoke over the phone. And for whatever reason, I was told she brought up this alleged promise that had been made years earlier by Dr. Buss with her mother, Joanne, that he would never have kids with anybody else. And for whatever reason, she brought this up on this phone call, sources tell me, and said...
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
To understand why Jeanie Buss would beg LeBron James to stay and why he would listen, you have to understand the history between them. When LeBron arrived in Los Angeles in 2018, the Lakers were a franchise in crisis. Dr. Jeanie Buss had passed away in 2013, and the family had been tearing itself apart ever since. Sibling fought sibling, loyalties shifted. The team that had defined NBA excellence for decades became a cautionary tale of dysfunction. Jeanie was fighting for control of her father's legacy, battling her own brothers for the soul of the Lakers. And then LeBron James chose her. Team sources have been adamant for years that James's camp informed the Lakers as early as 2017 that he was coming to join them when he became a free agent the following year. Think about that. A full year before he could even sign, LeBron had already decided he wanted to be part of Jeanie Buss's Lakers. He was betting on her just as much as she was betting on him. The impact was immediate. The Lakers' 6-year playoff drought ended. Anthony Davis demanded a trade to join him. In 2020, they won the championship, a title LeBron dedicated to Kobe Bryant, who had tragically passed away earlier that year. He still came there, and he delivered, Stephen A. Smith argued, and everybody wants to sit up there and minimize that championship in the bubble. You can't. It was a real different kind of situation during COVID, no doubt about it. For Jeanie, LeBron wasn't just a player. He was the man who restored her family's legacy when it was crumbling around her. The bond was forged in crisis, but it was tested in ways few people knew. The next chapter reveals the tensions that nearly tore them apart and the secret conversations that kept them together.
When you look at LeBron James, listen, there are people who dismiss the championship in the bubble. I do not. I give him and Anthony Davis and them a lot of credit for winning that championship in the bubble. I also give him credit for resurrecting this Lakers franchise and returning them to relevancy. Now, does Rich Paul and Clutch Sports, talk about wielding their power, whatever? Well, let's pump the brakes on that, please. They do what any agent in their position or any agency in their position would do. If you have some
excellence, and the things that I've seen growing up, with the Lakers. Obviously, I didn't get an opportunity to watch the Showtime, but I know the history, and then in the early 2000s with Shaq and Kobe, and then what Kobe did, and those couple runs.
James and Jeanie Buss has been tested in ways the leaked footage doesn't show. According to ESPN's Baxter Holmes, there were moments when Jeanie's frustration with LeBron reached a boiling point. She didn't like that LeBron was called the Lakers' savior when he arrived, as if the franchise itself deserved no credit for landing him. She privately grumbled about his outsized ego and the influence that Clutch Sports, led by Rich Paul, exerted over the organization. The breaking point came after the disastrous Russell Westbrook trade in 2021. The move, which many believed was driven by LeBron's desire to add another star, backfired spectacularly. The Lakers missed the playoffs entirely, and according to multiple sources, Jeanie felt that LeBron never took accountability for his role in the debacle. Multiple people said Jeanie privately mused about not giving James a contract extension in 2022, and later that year even about trading James, with the LA Clippers floated as a possibility. Think about that. Jeanie Buss, the woman who owed her franchise's resurgence to LeBron, was considering trading him to the Clippers, the other team in their own building. The tensions reached such a peak that LeBron himself was asked about it after a loss to the Clippers in January 2025. "I thought it was good," James said of his relationship with Buss. "But, somebody could see it another way. It's always two sides of the coin. How I represented this franchise and what I wanted to do to represent this franchise since when I got here until now, it's been with the utmost respect and honor and dignity, and I would say loyalty." LeBron added that he doesn't have the type of relationship with any owner where he'd pick up the phone to chat, not Dan Gilbert in Cleveland, not Mickey Arison in Miami. But with Jeanie, something was different. Something survived. The tensions were real, but they weren't the full story. The next chapter reveals what the leaked footage doesn't show, the private moments that kept them together.
And I know, and that Kobe, in particular, is excited about this. Is it true that he texted you a Game of Thrones meme
Yes.
once that the signing took place?
Yes.
That is true.
Yes. I mean, Kobe has been an inspiration for me. He's given me his time, his wisdom. He's a very thoughtful
his agent?
person. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. I loved your video inviting me, and I wish I could be there in person to pay homage to all your accomplishments. The lesson I cherish the most is how important it is to love what you do. If you love what you do and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball.
The leaked footage shows one moment, one conversation captured by a camera that was never supposed to be recording. But those who know both LeBron and Jeanie say the real story is in the moments that never made it to tape. After Kobe Bryant's tragic death in January 2020, LeBron was one of the first people Jeanie called. They sat together at the memorial service, two people carrying the weight of a franchise's grief. When the Lakers won the championship later that year, LeBron dedicated it to Kobe and to Jeanie, who had trusted him to carry her father's legacy. When Jeannie's brother Johnny passed away in 2022, LeBron was there. Not as a player, but as a friend. He attended the private funeral, sat with the family, and offered the kind of support that can't be captured in a box score. They have a bond that people don't understand, a source close to both told ESPN. It's not just basketball, it's not just business. It's two people who recognize something in each other, a commitment to legacy, to family, to doing things the right way. That's rare in this league. The leaked footage captures one moment of that bond, but the full story is in the years of shared grief, shared triumph, and shared understanding that built it. When Jeanie changed her Instagram profile photo to an image of her and LeBron embracing after the 2020 championship, it wasn't a PR move, it was a declaration to the world, to her family, to anyone who doubted that the King and the Queen of LA were in this together. It's really not right, given all the great things LeBron has done for the Lakers, that he has to be pulled into my family drama, Buss said publicly. To say that it wasn't appreciated is just not true and completely unfair to him. Those weren't the words of an owner defending her employee. Those were the words of a friend defending her friend. The leaked footage confirms what insiders have known for years. But what does this mean for LeBron's future? The final chapter reveals whether this bond can survive the looming decision.
The leaked footage raises an urgent question. If LeBron and Jeanie are this close, why is there so much speculation about his departure? The answer lies in the cold reality of the NBA salary cap. LeBron holds a $52.6 million player option for next season. The Lakers are trying to build a contender around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Keeping LeBron at that number would cripple their flexibility. If James is willing to take a serious pay cut, then the options would expand, Sam Amick of The Athletic wrote. But if he insists on staying at a maximum salary level or anything close to it, then the lack of a market for that sort of money could be the final factor in his exit. The leaked footage shows Jeanie asking LeBron to stay, but it doesn't show what she was willing to offer or what he was willing to accept. Brian Windhorst, the foremost LeBron expert in sports media, laid out the reality on ESPN Cleveland. The only way the Cavs could add him is to get him to play at either the minimum or maybe do some moves to create flexibility with the talks mid-level exception. If Cleveland can only offer the minimum, can the Lakers offer more? Can Jeanie find a way to keep her friend without destroying her franchise's future? The leaked footage doesn't answer those questions, but it does reveal something essential. LeBron's decision won't be based solely on basketball. It won't be based solely on money. It will be based on a relationship that has survived trades, tensions, and the constant scrutiny of a 24-hour news cycle. When you have a bond like that, it's hard to walk away, a source close to both said. But it's also hard to stay when the numbers don't work. This is the hardest decision LeBron's ever had to make, not because of basketball, but because of what Jeanie means to him.
The leaked footage of Jeanie Buss asking LeBron James to stay reveals something the NBA world has long suspected but never confirmed. The bond between them is real, deep, and personal. It's not about championships, though they won one together. It's not about money, though there's plenty of that. It's about two people who found each other at the lowest points of their professional lives and built something neither could have built alone. LeBron restored Jeanie's legacy. Jeanie gave LeBron a home, and now, as the king faces the hardest decision of his career, that bond will be the deciding factor. Will he stay? Will he go? The leaked footage doesn't tell us, but it does tell us that whatever he decides, it won't be because of basketball alone. Should LeBron take a pay cut to stay with Jeanie in the Lakers or chase one last ring elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments. For more inside stories on the biggest relationships in sports, hit subscribe.